I know I'm live. Give me a second, guys. I'm working stuff out. I'm quite late tonight as well. Well, for me. So. There we go. Right, I can see myself. I can see the live chat. I'm doing a screen share in just a second. It's all very complicated tonight because essentially I've got to try to screen share with you guys and also let you see what else I've been doing. I want to show you guys the design process and stuff. So yeah, I'm talking to myself. So I just realized that there's been nobody online yet. Nobody's watching yet because that's what the view counter says. I know it could be wrong. There could be somebody out there, so let me just see if I can set this up. Okay, so that works. Right, I'm just oh, here we go. I can do this. I can do this. Right, I'm going to put the entire thing. No, I can't. Okay, now I can do this. Right, and I can easily just switch between these two when I do have somebody in the chat. And right, here we go. Okay, so now I can disconnect the keyboard because I don't need that to type in anything anymore. I know, the setup is really bad, but this is the only way I can actually do this. Okay, so the tablet's back plugged in. So there's my mouse. There's my cursor. Okay, think. Am I writing? Yeah, there we go. Okay. When somebody actually comes on, I will basically switch to a face cam, but for now, you don't need to see me. There's no one here yet. It's all good. So yeah, we are doing Disney Dads, the return of the Disney Dads. Can I get a... there's no way of actually scrolling anymore. Okay. What if I do this? No, it just makes his picture actually smaller. I want it bigger. I want it bigger so I can see him. There we go. So I'm trying to do the face. I'm trying to add the face to this picture. The problem is that it's a little hard to do because, well, it just is with issues. And yeah, his mustache is freaky. It's freaky huge. And well, that's just it's a bit hard to figure out sometimes exactly what I'm doing. So Yeah, I kind of don't know what expression I want to give him as well. I was going to put the mustache on. I've got the eyes in the right positions, I think, kind of. Actually, this one looks a bit wonky. Redo that one completely. Like, I like where it starts off, but just getting the shape of his nose right and to scale. I think it's a little bit small. I need to enlarge it, to be honest. Plus, I'm not entirely happy with the shape. I think just the bottom bit, I think it just needs to be a bit bigger. So I'm also going to erase that bottom ridge. But yeah, let's try this again. I know it's just the sketchiness. It's the sketching phase, and this is just an outline of the overall shape of the head. While I was doing this, I was going to get like I was going to make him slightly puffier. So this side doesn't really need to be a thing. I've increased his weight and bulk a bit, and I will show you guys that in a second if anybody's here. But for now, yeah. Right, so it comes down a little bit, and it's about an eye length long. So it's about that long. It kind of swoops up and then back a bit, and then kind of twists. Well, it twists up here. Again, this is all sketchiness, so it's not. It doesn't have to be exact. We're just sketching out exactly what I'm doing. He's got big bushy eyebrows. That's the top of his eye. I'm going to lower that slightly. I could just select it and then lower it myself, but at the same time, I don't really want to. I normally leave these blank for when I do the actual dots of the eyes, but I want to make sure that there's some kind of way that I could do this, and yeah, I think that's right. So now I want to get the expression nailed down. So he's very happy here, and I kind of want him to be kind of like sullen-ish. I don't know what the expression is supposed to be. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to I don't know. Oh, let's save this. Nah, not yet. Not while I'm sharing my screen. That's for sure, because you guys will be able to see some of the porn that I've been asked to draw at some stage. So let me just see if I can actually. So yeah, give me a second. I realized that I was on camera, like all the way camera for a second there. I think I did a whoopsie. I should have file saved as. Yep, I fucked up a little bit. It wouldn't be a stream without at least one tiny fuck up. There we go. Wow, it's quiet tonight, isn't it? I know I'm streaming later than usual, but I did expect at least somebody. Around. How does that look? Can I still lean in this corner? Can you guys see me okay? Kind of. Don't know if that's going to try to fall off, but I'm going to experiment. Experimentation. Right, I'll go back to the Google Images. Bing. I'll go. I'm guessing tonight. I've had a lot of fish. I don't know what the deal is with the fish. Okay, yeah. Right. So, yeah, this is all just like general shapes and stuff. I've got to try to get this face, but not this exact face because that's too happy shiny. It's kind of got like a sexy sullen dad look, at least in my head at the moment. And I'm going to try to replicate that. And the problem is I don't know how just yet. Because of his gigantic moustache. The mustachio. So, yeah, I'm happy with that kind of like shape, but it's just that the moustache is gonna. The moustache is gonna fuck with this because it kind of replaces his top lip. So yeah, and it kind of just extends down and then flips around. So yeah. Hey Jeffers, yeah, we're doing Disney dads. We're going back to the Disney dads because well, I already did furry picture. I did Itchy's. Well, I think I sent it to you, didn't I? I did Itchy's birthday card. So I want this to be the lip. No, that looks like he's sticking out his tongue. What if I do in a concave kind of effect there? Maybe that'll work. So yeah, does anybody remember this guy? Well, Jeffrey, because it's just me and you tonight. Do you remember this guy? You have any idea where he's from? Before I deal with the big mustache, I'm basically going to. I'm just filling out the face a little bit, adding the lines, and that is going to be where his cheek is. So that's good. It's good that I've already put this line here. It's going to come down to there. So because I'm doing the Disney dads, I'm basically making just for anybody watching this on playback or anything. So my Disney Dad series is a series that you can find on DeviantArt mostly. It's basically the bear dads of the Disney world, and some of them are very just above PG-13. One of them is a straight up sex scene, but the rest of them are basically just a little bit PG-13, maybe. They're basically just the dads of Disney, the human dads of Disney, because I haven't done the furry ones yet. I'm thinking about doing the furry ones, but it depends if somebody actually asks me to do it, because like I got paid to do this, the Disney dads, and I stopped doing it halfway through because I wasn't being paid anymore. Well, I was paid generously to do this first set of Disney dads, so I'm deciding to continue on doing the Disney dads. I've got nothing when nobody asked me to do anything else, you know. So yeah, I decided to do this instead of doing a Christmas picture. I think the next picture will be a furry themed Christmas picture, depending on how much time I've got left, because I'm going away on Saturday. So yeah, I managed to go. I'm doing them chronologically now. After I did like a couple out of order. So I'm doing them chronologically now, and I've gotten up to Cinderella. Damn it! I just revealed who this is. Fuck. Yeah, I've gotten up to this character. I will reveal who it is later. But yeah, so all of them are in like bear poses, or in poses that imply that they're in like the bear culture of, you know, very masculine, kind of like the dads of Disney dads. So yeah. So we have one of my personal favorites. We've got this guy, and what I'm going to be doing with this guy is I've already got this picture on my computer. I saved it because I like the color palette. So I'm going to be basically bringing it in later to do the color. When I do the color, I'm not sure I will do that on the screen yet. I'm deciding. But yeah, I basically have him sat on a throne. He's going to be sat on a throne, and I've plumped him up a little bit, not a huge amount. Jeffrey, I am going to talk to you in a second. I swear to God, I'm just. This is for the benefit for anybody that's watching this, watching the playback of this. This is completely PG-13, guys. This is allowed on YouTube. Honest, I haven't drawn any penis. It's fine. But yeah, for this character, I put him on a throne. I'm going to plump him up a little bit, and I do want the shoulder pads, but essentially the shoulder pads are, what's that called? It's called something. I used to know what it's called. It's a really nice word as well. Nipplettes. It's something like that, but essentially, yeah, because it's a lapel. That's your lapel. So lippalettes is the straps or the shoulders, but military guard lippalettes are huge. I don't know, but I'm going to keep those anyway. And I swear he had some gloves on, so I'm thinking about gloves, but I want your guys' opinion on this. So this is the sketching I'm doing right now. I'm doing the sketching phase and hiccuping. So I just had lunch. I just had fish for lunch, and it basically is repeating on me a little bit. I don't know why. I've forgotten exactly what I was saying. Oh yeah. So this is the sketching phase. This is the stuff that I do before I do the line art phase. I've done the line art on camera. I've done the coloring on camera. So I figured I might as well show you the sketchiness of it all. And I was going to show you the entire sketchiness. So I've done the layout, you know, how he's positioned and stuff. I've already done that bit, but I am just doing the details before I actually do the line art, the actual pen art. And so everything's laid out. And I was going to come on camera and show you the layout process, but I was actually uploading something a little bit earlier, and it's just finished uploading. You're seeing all of my screen at the moment, which might be a bad idea if I ever minimize something, because I have random pictures that are on in my background and you can't see the background of my of my screen, but it's all of the pictures that are on my hard drive, just in a random slideshow. So I will not minimize anything while I'm doing this. So yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, well, Jeff, yeah. So I'm at the stage where I'm doing the details, and I'm doing the, I'm just kind of like copying over his art style and his mannerisms and stuff onto the actual picture. You can, if you're really, really good at zooming in, or at least holding the phone up to wherever you're watching this on. If you're watching this on a big screen, then you might be able to see in the corner the entire picture. And I will show you after I do the details of the face exactly what it looks like at the moment. But I'm zoomed in on the face at the moment because I'm just doing the sketchiness for all of the facial expression and all that stuff. And there we are. Okay, so hey Tubbs, great big hugs and mini snuggles. Yay, Disney dads. Yep, back to the Disney dads. Thanks so much for sending me the cute blueberry man. I love Itchy's card. Yeah, I don't know how many of the blueberry sequence you've seen already, so I just sent all of them over. But you have the previous sequence, the hand-drawn sequence of Papa Blueberry. But yeah, I've uploaded all of them to DeviantArt now, so you can actually go see them on my DeviantArt page. I'm LiveTUBBSart there if you want to go check out my page. It's also got all of the Disney dads on it, so you can go have a look at those. Again, Jeff, not just talking to you, I'm just talking to anybody watching the playback. Yeah. Thanks so much for sending me the cute, the Itchy's card. Itchy's card. That's what I wanted to get to. Yeah, I did Itchy's card, and I will show you guys that. If it's not too difficult, I'll show you guys it after I've managed to figure out how to do everything. Jeffrey, if you stick around to the end, could you please remind me to do that? Because I don't want to accidentally show you guys anything that will get me kicked off of YouTube, if you know what I mean. Okay. I'm sorry, Dubs, no, I don't, but he's very cute. You don't recognize him. Okay, well, I'm gonna hint to it. I've already accidentally let slip a little bit. I don't know if you remember him, but luckily on the bottom of his image, it actually tells you where he is from and stuff. But it's covered up just enough by the paint tool. So yeah. By the way, I've realized that this paint tool is made by the same people who make the software for my editing program. So that's quite interesting. Anyway, yeah. You can't tell who it is. It's one of my favorite Disney dads. One of my personal favorite Disney dads. It's basically because he doesn't look in this picture. He's quite short. He's kind of got my proportions. You know, he's got kind of like a little bit of his short stubby arms and short stubby legs. And it's one of my potential futures, and I'm okay with that because he looks fine. Plus, his nose is quite like mine as well already, which is a bit weird, but I don't know. I'm sorry, Tubbs, no, I don't, but he's very weird that he's looking cute. Well, that's good. Again, these all guidelines. I basically just like put where. Just without looking at this picture, I basically just like drew up a slightly chubbier version of him before I did this. So yeah. Thanks. That's okay, Tubbs. I didn't hear you, so no problem. Oh, okay. About the guests, right? No problem at all, Tubbs. I'm just enjoying watching you and chill, so don't rush. Okay. Sounds like it was yummy good. It was quite nice. It was really nice. It was my lunch, but I had two of the I don't know if you get them in America. We've got this Prince. Have you heard of Prince's Tuna? It's a tuna company. They make tuna in a can, and they're called Prince's, and they're like really just, you know, they're good quality tuna. And essentially, they do this thing that is basically like a little mini meal kind of thing. It's about this big, and I had two of them because me. And essentially, I had a salmon one, and I normally don't like salmon, but I like it. I only like salmon very, very specific ways. It has to be really, really nicely cooked, or not at all. And my internet just went out on one of my computers. Is it gone here too? No, I'm still streaming. Although you just saw this thing in the corner, just went up and down a little bit. I can't see the chat unless I change it on here. Oh shit! Yeah, don't look at the bottom of the picture, the stream picture. Don't look here when this is exposed because it will reveal what it is. Yeah, I can't see the chat because the internet is being stupid on my other computer. It's okay on here, assuming that you can still hear and see me. Again, I can't see the chat. I'll just keep reading. Apparently I'm really cute. Sure, yep, I'll remind you. Well, if you don't, it's no big deal. But you've seen it. It's just that everybody on that isn't on my Discord and isn't on my a lot of my social media is basically not going to see it yet. But I'm sure Itchy will basically show you if he's around at any time, at any stage. But he's probably still out celebrating. Okay, the internet came back on this computer, so I'm just going to refresh so I can read the chat. And then I should actually get back to drawing. No, I can see and hear you. Okay. It's on top chat again. It always reverts to top chat when I refresh. There we go. Okay. Right, so I'm actually going to doodle. So yeah. I think I got the position of his eyes. I've widened the stance of his eyes slightly because it's just a little bit easier. I think they might need to, this one might need to be bigger at some stage, but we'll get to that in a second. Actually, I'm going to see if I can actually do that now. Or just want this eye. And resize it. So just so it matches the other one, was maybe even slightly bigger. So about there. It looks a bit off right now, but this is just a sketchy layer, so it's not that big of a deal. Move it a little bit closer. There we go. How do I? Oh, okay. Okay. So that's slightly closer, and it's slightly bigger now. So that's good. You did an awesome job on the card. Cool. I'm glad I did. I still look at it. I messed up the background a little bit, so I did some Photoshop work real quick with it. I'm just going to do the mustache while I'm talking. We tried to do the mustache while I'm talking. Now, his upper lip merges with his mouth in this picture when he's happy, but because I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's kind of common. Again, don't look at the bottom of the picture. Yeah, it's not super common, at least how somebody else has drawn him. Okay, it's kind of common in that picture, but shit, it's kind of common. Damn. Oh, I don't care. I might fix that later. Who cares? So I might just bring that down a little bit or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I feel like it would be too big. The mustache might be a bit too big if I did that. Also, the back of his lip also seems to go all the way back to the mustache, so whatever. I'm going to see how it looks this way, and then I'm going to decide in a minute. How about that? How about I just do that? I'm altering some parts of his physiology anyway. So he seems to flip. He's got a very strange moustache. It's an epic moustache. And it goes up to his chin here, but that's only because his expression kind of dictates it, but it does come up a bit over his nose. It goes above his nose, but I'm not going to have it there because it just depends how its expression is. Let me just. It's looking a bit more like the picture at least. It looks fine to me. I know it does look fine to you, but I want to honor the character, you know. Like I said, it's one of my favorites of the Disney dads. And this line is just a. It's just again the lines around the head are just guidance for where I thought his head was going to go, but this cheek is way too big. It's more of a furry art cheek, you know. It's more for a furry character, I think, than anything else. So where does it come out? It normally comes out up here. I'm dealing with two different scales as well, which is a bit of an issue. Because this is quite a lot larger than this face. But so I must resist the urge to basically draw it in exactly, you know, to mimic the exact proportions of that picture. But yeah, so now we've got the mustache down. We've got this cheek kind of goes up here. Kind of makes a little bit of a dent in the face. And then his eyebrow kind of joins up here. But because I'm changing his expression a little bit, I'm going to have his eyebrows kind of almost meeting the top of his eye, where the top of his eye would be. So how does that look? Let's have a look how it looks. I don't know, I might change the character a bit too much. Kind of looks a bit angry. But I kind of want that. I kind of want that kind of like daddy brow effect. I might add some wrinkles. Hey, Greg. You're right on point with his mustache. Yeah, I think I got the mustache down. I just kind of didn't want to, like, that's his happy mustache. I think I might need to up it a little bit in the corner, just here, and on the other side a little bit. I think I just had the digital equivalent of it doing the throwing up on the paper kind of thing. How are you both? I'm okay. I can't sleep. Enlarge the cheek a little bit more. It's a shame we don't have an example of him being angry in like a character sheet or something. But yeah, can anybody guess? Greg, do you know who this is? Do you have any idea who this is supposed to be? You know what? I'm going to get rid of this guideline. It's really distracting. And that one. I'm going to keep that bit though. It's just really distracting. Because his eyebrows kind of just end his head. I'm going to put a new one in actually. After I do this. I don't know, it looks a bit too realistic now. I feel like he should have more forehead. Okay, so just character design wise, I've seen that character before, but I don't know the name. So just body design wise, his ear should just be about like another eye width away from everything else, and on the reference, that's what it looks like. So should be about here. He's just got very circular ears. So I'm going to do that. And that also gives me a reference point now for his jowl, his cheek, which I'm just gonna put this line in. I don't know if it's gonna stay, but I'm gonna put the line in. And it kind of that looks accurate. So yeah. Okay, so we've got some fuzzy hair stuff happening, and in the happy picture, his eyebrow extends all the way over to a bit of his hair. But in this one, I'm gonna have just a little bit further away because his eyebrows are slightly closer together in my one. That looks a bit better. That looks a bit more accurate. Okay, and where does his hair come out to? It kind of goes like this. So, do you see this? Do you see this? It's not making contact with the paper. There we go. Just to be scruffy at the back. So we've got like a bit of back neck fat back here. And what I'm going to do is, because I've got like his shoulder pads, this is going to be covered up, this part, because I'm actually going to keep the shoulder pads. The lipolets, I'm pretty sure it's called a lipolet. Does anybody know if it's not called a lipolet? Greg. Have I given you a nickname in the past, or do you have a nickname somewhere else? You're dreamy, aren't you? Right. I remember him saying that his last name was Tyler Taylor. It was written. Has my computer died again? No, it's working. I don't remember people's names. So you're probably not even dreamy. I'm just thinking, like, I know a Taylor, Taylor, you know, that last name. So I've put his shoulders in. Now that I've finished up doing the head detail, I'm fairly happy with that. We got like I'm going to zoom out and show you the whole picture real quick. So I've already done some detail on the shoes. Although the shoes are way whoa. I was really zoomed in for the shoes, but you could see what I was going for. I'm going to cut the shoes off about here. He's got very generously proportioned feet, and I am going to remove that. I have no idea what happened there. That was weird. The other one's fine. But yeah, see, I've made him, when I've sat him down, I've pooched him up a little bit. And I will connect this so that it looks like he's actually wearing pants. Even though it's just a sketch, guys. Yeah, my internet has screwed up on my computer. Shit. Right, look away from the screen, from the screen share. Nope, it's still saying that it's streaming. Okay. And Greg didn't answer my question. Okay, again, look away from the screen. What do you think? Gloves or no gloves? Always missing a finger. I did want to poke one of his fingers out comically. Like he's holding a teacup. So his pinky finger. Yeah, I can't see the chat while this is like this, because literally everything that you can see on my screen right now is all of the information that I've got. My other screen is down while the internet is not working, so I have no way of communicating with you. I don't know why this computer is very sensitive. The communication computer is very sensitive, even though it's the communication computer. Okay, now it says it's back. Right, so I'm gonna refresh. Yep, I'm still live. It's all working. Right. No gloves. So you're saying no gloves. No caps. Fair enough. Fair enough. I kind of I put him in a seating position, and I just realised that his throne would be about here, not all the way up here. Yeah, whatever. Also, there are no, you know, shirtless pictures of him that I can find anywhere online. So if you, what do you think? Should I do fuzzy? I kind of feel like he's fuzzy. I kind of feel like he's got a fuzzy chest. Again, he's one of my favorite Disney dads, and I do like fur, so I do like chest fur. So yeah. So the lippilettes, whatever they're called. They're at different angles. So I'm gonna do a quick. And they come down his arm. So I'm going to do. I'm just doing lines to represent where they go. Because I'm not going to have them as one. These are tassels. So essentially, what I'm doing is I'm going to have them gap a little bit like fingers. I'm going to smooth them out in the final picture. It will be explained when I do the line art. So. The other one you can't really see, his other shoulder, you can't really see his sleeve. You can't really see very well. What did I do here? What's this line? That's not his shoulder. Seriously, what did I do here? God damn it, what is this? By the way, can you see the quick button toolbar that comes up? Yeah, his shoulder would be about here. That's a bit high, isn't it? Up there. So I don't know what, again, I don't know what that is about. I'm going to erase that. Delete. That's his mustache. I'm not going to erase his mustache. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm just going to have the top of one. And then do like lines. So I know what I'm doing. So that he'll have them. He does have them. There we go. And then you've got the actual collar. And I don't know what they're connected to. So we'll have a fake collar. Like connecting them. Okay, so I think we're done on his actual, like, him character, you know? He looks great with the fuzzy, he would look great with the fuzzy chest. Okay, so I'm going to do that in the color. I'm not going to do that with the, yeah. So. I'm just trying to figure out. That was loud. I'm just trying to figure out what do I need to do next? Do I need to add anything else to him personally? I've got his pants. The pants detail is sorted. He's wearing white pants, so it's kind of like I can't see any creases on on this animation, this picture. This is a very generous picture, by the way, because him in the actual thing that he's in. It's one of the early Disney films, and basically he's not this shaded. This is a lot of generous shading and detail work that somebody has done for this particular character. That's one of the reasons why I actually got this picture to use for shading reference later, because I can. Oh my god! You can't see it, but on my other screen, it's just gone offline again. It's crazy. Anyway, while it's coming back, I'm not going to check to see if I'm still online. I'm just going to continue regardless. So that's a nipple right there. I'm just deciding whether to add a fold just down here. Maybe, yeah, I'll just do one. I don't want to give him man boobs. He clearly is like in nice shape here, you know. I'm going to do a quick. Just some extra detail on the mouth. Again, these are just guidelines. This isn't even the finished product. So I'm just adding for the sketchiness later. Can I actually get color like from off screen? No, it just right clicks if I do that. Yeah, I think we're done with him. With him personally, I think that will look good. I'll do the actual ink. Yeah, okay. So I want to do the background detail as well. So I don't have any reference for his throne and stuff because they don't actually show it. Oh crap. Did I just reveal again what this is? Okay, I'm back again. According to this, I'm back online again. Refresh for the last time. Yeah, I'm still online, so that's something. So let's see what you said. It's acting up because of the rain? No. I don't think it's the rain. I think it just is crappy signal tonight for some reason. But yeah. Yeah, so we got his stuff done, so I'm just gonna quickly save. Did I hit save as? I don't think I hit save as. Oh well. It just saved as. Anyway, right. So I should. Yeah, and then basically I can do this. Or just have it by itself. So yeah. Does it look like him? Does it actually look like him? I mean, I'm convinced that it does. But, well, I do want to put a little bit more. I want to give him more hair. So having his you know, the way that I've drawn him to scale almost with that means that, oh my god, computer. I'm going to try to show you on the mini screen exactly what's happening. I don't know how zoomed out this is, but yeah. You can see here it says that you can't connect with the chat, and it's just the Discord is doing the spinny thing in the background. And it's just doing the loop for the video. It's not actually doing the actual video. Yay! Bullshit. And on this computer, the one that I'm streaming from, it says that everything's fine. So the internet's not gone out, it's just this computer. So yeah. This is the computer I normally stream from regularly anyway. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So I'm on layer 3 now. And let's see if we can design a throne from scratch. Okay. Now his throne from the thing that he's actually in, he's actually quite mobile on it. There is a throne. There is a throne. Should I quickly search for the throne on Google? I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to need my keyboard back. That's the problem. No, it's working. Yes, you can see my command prompts on the screen. So I'm just looking at that now. So my preview has come back, but it hasn't loaded the chat yet. That's why I'm looking at the chat on here. Oh my god. I think the throne from the thing that I'm thinking of is basically, it's crazy elaborate. So I might give it a shot, just trying to design my own throne. I was about to give you the option, Jeff, of basically deciding if I should do that or not. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go face cam, so I don't accidentally show you anything on my screen. And do a quick Google search. Well, if I just scroll down enough, do I see the throne? He's a king. I'm just going to say that. He's a king, okay? I keep trying to avoid the question, you know, like, who is he and stuff, but he's the king. I'm not going to tell you what, you have to guess what he's the king from. You know, what Disney movie is he the king of? Right, if I can get a proper picture of it. I've got one of the picture of one of the of a recent movie, but I want the original because I'm pretty sure that throne is different. Different. It's weird to say. That's just a chair. There's a shot of him in a chair. Yes, Jeffrey, he's a king, But what king? Or is that the throne? No. Bullshit. There's like there's whole scenes of him in the throne. So what the hell? I think I'm actually going to have to go onto YouTube and do a search. I don't want to disconnect the tablet again and then reconnect the thing. Just to get it specific. Right, my tablet's connected, so I can actually type in, you know, name of the movie, King, Throne, if I need to. Why are there two? Seriously, what's with the cat? Right. No. Turns out if you type in the name of the movie, the king, and throne, then it will just come up with just a picture of the throne. But that's not the throne. That's from the. I'm going to say this. This is probably going to reveal it, but it's one of the early movies, and after, you know, recently, within 20 years or so, they have made some sequels to it, and it keeps showing me all of the pictures of that throne instead of the throne from the movie, even though the movie depicts the king in the throne quite a bit. And will it give me a screenshot? It's not giving me a screenshot. Right, I'm just going to have to type in screenshot. Also, there's been a live action remake of it. That's probably nailed it. It's got his office. He's got multiple thrones. That's the problem. And now this is the live action. Yeah. I hate you. I hate you so much. I didn't know that even existed at first. It was quite funny that the remake of this movie. I just didn't have a clue. Right, no, putting out the big guns. Actually going on to YouTube. I'm actually going out to. I was like, why is my computer slow? And it's like, oh yeah, it's running like 4 different programs at once. Oh, okay. You want a specific throne? Yeah, I want the throne from the scene. It's Cinderella. It's fucking Cinderella. You see his bedroom and his bed and everything. Cinderella. 1950. It was made in 1950. Ball. The ball scene. Okay. And hopefully it's not going to play with sound. Yeah, I've turned off the sound. So yeah, the quality might be a bit wonky. He doesn't even have a throne in this ball scene. Wasn't there like didn't there? Well, there's a brawl, and then wasn't there a ball at the beginning of the movie, and then she went back to the ball. So, oh my god! Basically, I'm gonna lay it out here. Okay, in Cinderella, in the animated movie, the king hosts a ball so that basically the prince can have his pick of the women of the kingdom. So they host a ball of all of the important families and all of the eligible bachelorettes. I can't remember what the female term is for a single woman. And while the king is, while they're basically lined up in front of the prince, and the prince is kind of just like being a douchebag, because if you look at that scene, he's being a douchebag, where basically he's like, oh, in front of them as they walk along, in front of him as they parade about. And yeah, he's been a total douchebag. But as he's doing that, the king and his advisor is basically up on a balcony in the throne, and kind of he's very, very animated. He's very, very shifty and stuff on this nice throne. And this throne in particular is the one I'm trying to get. I don't know why, but I want this throne. I remember it being a nice throne. It's the one that I'm picturing while I've been drawing this thing. And it's not here. So, by the way, this is how all of my sketching goes. This is how I get all of my reference. I look up stuff like this all the time. And it's always this hard. Always. However, there is a second ball. That's what I meant to say in the story. However, there's a second ball when he finds the slipper, and that ball is to find the woman. Isn't it to find the woman who owned the slipper? And that's the one that this keeps happening. That I'm getting a bunch of results for. It keeps showing up as this one. This one? Oh my god, it's so blurry. What is with the color? What is with the color? What is with the There it is. Got it. But it's blurry as fuck. Can I up the quality? Oh my god, I could have used this expression. Oh, this particular clip from this particular user. You bastards. Right, I'm going to have to just wing it. I'm going to have to wing it. I will show you what I'm dealing with. I will show you what I'm dealing with. Look at this. This is the best quality for this clip. Look at that. Look how bad that quality is. But there, there's the top of the throne. By the way, look how ugly this character is. Sorry, it's really irritating to me. He's such a weird shape. But yeah, that expression would have been perfect if I could have got that. But yeah, I've always had a thing for this particular character, this king. Right, so I'm looking for a specific frame. I'm not going to put all this ornate detail into it. Where's my cursor? There it is. I'm not going to put all the... Well, there's a good frame. But see what I mean? He's very animated in the throne itself. I know the quality is shit. But he's very animated in the throne itself. He's kind of sitting in it in a weird way. But this is what I mean. He's like all over the throne. And we've seen the top of the throne, and I will get that back as well. We can't see any of the bottom of the throne itself. But even with the low quality, you can tell the quality of the shading that they did for him, and my example picture. So yeah. Okay, so we're going to try to recreate this throne. Can I get a... There we go. We're going to try to recreate this throne. Can I get it bigger? Ugh. Apparently I can't get it bigger than that. That's great. That's it, you know, I can see it just as well. So that's as good as it's going to get. Right, so I disconnect my keyboard. I do not need the keyboard anymore. The throne you draw will look good. Well, thank you. I see why Tubbs, because he's so handsome. He's very handsome. He's a very handsome man. That's the wrong thing. Go away, keyboard. Nobody likes you. Right. It's weird. Right. So I've got the pad plugged in again, so that's good. So you would have to be very, very slumped down in this throne for the arms of the throne to be this high up. So yeah, 1 layer 3, yep, good. But this is what I mean. This is a very ornate throne, isn't it? Yeah, he's very, very handsome. He's a very handsome character. I don't know why I liked him so much. I think it's because he's slightly Santa-y, you know. Just he just wants to be a grandfather. He just wants kids again. That's his whole motivation in the original Cinderella. You know, you watch the movie and that's it. He just wants to be a grandfather and he wants to. He's basically Santa. He wants to play with kids again because his son's grown up into a man. So I'm going to put it as like he's slumped. So well, I'm doing this part of the chair. I'm going to make it big. He doesn't wear a crown. I don't know why that's important. I thought it was. Do you think it has like ends to the throne, the chair? Like it has a sconcy end. But I'm gonna go off with one of these like knobby bits at the top of the thing. I'm just gonna do that there. And have it. Luckily, his arm kind of like covers up a bunch of the detail. And oh, I don't have to draw the top bit because it's obscured by the edge of the frame. So yeah, that's good. That's good. So this thing comes to about here, right? About here. Like that's the flowy thing. Can you see this? It's missing strokes. My pen is actually missing strokes every now and again. It's not just me. Right, and there's a knobby bit just here. And that's that part that I'm doing. If you can see with my mouse. And his width is about the chair. So his new width is also about the chair, and it also comes to about here. And I'm guessing it's just mirrored to that side. So I'm just going to do a slight mirrored portion. Because the angle is slightly off. We're looking slightly up, but we're about level with his nipple, I think. That's the perspective that I'm going for anyway. So we've got the other arm would be coming to about here. It doesn't really matter if I draw in his belly, but I'm just trying to figure out the background Okay, am I back? Did that work? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Is it all good? Yeah, luckily, basically, it went blue screen of death. I know I already said that, but I was typing quite fast, so. So yeah, the computer went blue screen of death, and what's this? Wacom also shut down, which is the tablet thing. I think it was something to do with the tablet, although it might have something to do with the fact that I've got loads of tabs open on my browser, which are not active tabs at the moment because it's restarted, so they don't have to be active anymore. And then I added a Google, YouTube one. So yeah, I could see why the computer was a bit confused. I get it. Hopefully, I will be able to get my work back that I did on my on the Throne, because I don't know if you saw it or not, but it was pretty good. It looked like I was getting right there, so that would be a pain in the ass to get back. I do, however, have the frozen video on the other tab. It's still frozen. It's still there, so I don't have to try to find that frame again to get the throne detail that I need. So that's good. Yeah, but I haven't opened up I haven't opened up my actual software yet, the paint tool software yet. So we'll find out if I have to redraw the entire throne again. Let's find out. You guys can't see it yet because I haven't done the screen yet, but I will do in a sec. And also I'm going to fart. Oh, here we go. Aborted works are detected. Do you want to recover work dialogue? Yes. Okay. Oh, it's there. It's right there. Oh, I don't know why, but that gave me a not physical orgasm. That gave me a good feelings, joy feelings. Oh, yeah, including the little squiggle that I did on his tummy for some reason. That's also in there. That's weird. I'm not complaining. It's good. Okay, so I minimize that again, and I'll put it to how we had it before. And continue, and hopefully there won't be any more snafus. There's probably going to be more snafus. I am going to save this. Just super quick. I don't want it to break the file that I've already got, but okay. Sorry, that was actually like, that was stressful just now. Right. Okay, so I'm going back here and I'm going to share the screen. There we go, so you can see yourself and everything. Go back over here, minimize that. I think it's going to be a bit too small. No, it's going to be fine. I just want to throw. And go back over here, and we're back. This is Backly back. Okay, so whatever I did might have actually caused the catastrophe. So I'm just getting rid of that off his belly. Might have caused the catastrophe. So let's not do that again. Whatever that was. Okay. It's on the wrong color. It's on the paint color. That's weird. That's from my other project. Okay. That's from the Itchy project. Itchy's thing. The eyes is an amazing as are YouTubes. Thank you, Dark Elf. We just got it back. We just pencil. I need to find a nice big thick bit of color, so I know what I'm doing the same thing. Yeah. Is that on my screen? I've got a little dot on my screen just here. Yeah, that's on my screen. Okay, that's not a thing. But thank you. I do appreciate it. Okay, so we're trying to copy this throne off of YouTube as best we can because it's super low. It's super low res. So yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have any detail on the bottom of the throne, so I'm just gonna have to improvise. But I don't really know what the throne looks like apart from this part and the close-up of the top of it, the very tippy top of the throne. So yeah. So yeah, what am I going to do with the design on the side? Should it be just a panel, or should it be more elegant? It looks like it kind of does an elegant thing, but then this section kind of indicates that it kind of continues around. So there's like a line that goes around here. And next to his feet. It does look like it has feet. And that goes up to the sides. Just there. And definitely some to the throne, so maybe there's another foot. Again, this is just sketching, so it doesn't really matter if it looks a bit dirty or rushed. Yeah, it looks a bit not neat, as it were. So I'm okay with that design. I think that would look good, and we can't actually see the design of the actual plushy seat because he's kind of slumped in it. So yeah, so where I've got the foot on this side, I'm going to have the foot on the other side as well. It's just behind his leg. And the other one we can just see, I'm just going to put it like there. And yeah, that makes sense. It's got a lot of ornate detail on the actual throne itself, but I'm not going to put that in until later. I don't think I'm going to put that in until I'm doing the colouring. But the thing about the colouring is that it's going to cover up all of the ornate detail anyway. So I've kind of left it. I've left it so that you don't have that much ornate detail in the first place. But there's a line around here. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. The shading of the actual thing. I'm just gonna switch color real quick Do we have green? I just want to pick a random color. It kind of matches. I don't want it to match. Purple. Yeah, we'll use purple for the shading detail. So any shade, I'm going to add it, and I'm going to add it into this bit. So what shading do we have? So halfway down, we've got these kind of like floofy lines. Again, a higher res version of this picture of this movie would have been better, but whatever. So I'm just going to add the floofy lines either side of his head. So this is just the detail. It looks like it's got horns. And there's some kind of like rose thing. Again, it's just for shading. This isn't anything I have to worry about really just yet. I'm not going to do this in. This is all going to be not in the actual line art section because I'm going to just turn it off like that when I'm doing the actual line art section. Throw this like that. Yeah, so there's like 2 bits of that, and I don't have to get any more detail than that because it's very blurry on this, and I'm going to just make it even more blurry. It's not even a big deal. There's going to be some kind of like rose effect thing happening. I think I can see that on the other thing. Like roses. Just happening. And all of this side anyway is also going to be shaded. So that's no big deal. It's like a very, very swirly pattern anyway that you can see on the YouTube video. It's just like a bunch of swirls. And then it's just going to be shaded dark all along the bottom here. These lines, I'm using strong vertical lines, sorry, horizontal lines, as kind of just shading reference. I've done this when I do illustration work in the past. Like here, there's just a bit of this side. And I'm going to continue that with the fancy motif as well. So if somebody could remember the color palette of this throne, it's kind of blue and it's kind of, I'm going to do that actually. I'm going to actually try to do that this time on this thing. Oh my god! I can't see the chat again because it's doing the thing again. So yeah, this is all color reference in purple. So yeah, okay, so palette. What we're going to do is I'm just going to get, it's the blue color, isn't it? It's definitely a very blue hue that the throne has. So what I'm going to tiny pick just on the floor here. In the colors that it is. That line is about this kind of blue color. And it's a slightly lighter blue. It's a very lighter blue. For the actual color, it's slightly purple, isn't it? That's a bit too purple. is there a more bluish purple? It's about that. So that's again, this is just for later reference, just so I know the color references that I'm working with, because I'm not having this. I'm not having this picture, this thing on in the background all the time. You know, while I'm actually drawing this later. So that's the outer color, and then we've got kind of it's a red color. It's like a purpley red color. Oh, that's perfect. So it's like the inner bit, well, the outer edge is kind of this color. And then the inner edge is kind of this color. The point is that they're the same hues. It's the same hue. I can't see the chat again because it's done the restart thing. No. My computer just did a little shaky shake. Right, so there we go. And this is, I'm just going to write down. Just so I know. I did this in the other picture, but I don't the color scheme that we're going for the throne, and this is a basic representation of the throne. So yeah, I'm actually going to draw the rest of it. Just draw that much of it in, and just so that I know. just give myself an annoying little reminder. Right, I can't see the chat. I'm just going to restart so I can actually see the chat. The color scheme for him, I don't actually have to worry about because I've actually got a picture saved, a reference picture of him saved. There we go. Now I can see both of you, Dark Elf and Jeff. So yeah. Yeah, I've already got a reference picture of him saved. It's the picture from earlier, Jeff, that you saw that I was working for the detail and stuff. So all of his color reference from that picture, I'm going to bring over to this picture when I actually start to do the coloring of this picture. But yeah, as for the background stuff, the background color and everything, as we can see from this picture, it's not really much. There's just a bunch of purple and everything. So I'm gonna just leave it like that. In fact, I'm gonna pick out the color beforehand, and we're just going to use different gradients of this particular purple because this looks very much like the purple that's in the background. Do it over here quickly. I could have just used a bigger. So I'm so used to writing cursive that basically full-on capital letters are just really pain in the ass. Do you want to see my handwriting, by the way? My handwriting is like this. So Oh god, this is weird typing it. Doing this on this is just weird. That's basically my handwriting, but it's not really my handwriting because that's my handwriting. If I was actually writing it on the tablet itself, then it would be a lot different. Can I actually look down and just write? I'm going to delete it later, so it doesn't really matter. I'll do it right in the middle of his belly. So if I write background. Oh god, that looks weird. But yeah, I normally write in cursive. So basically, that was hard for me to do. I've got dyslexia, guys. I know I use that excuse a lot, but I do. Anyway, there we go. So I think I'm done. I've been on stream for quite a while, and it crashed. So yeah. But so next time I probably will be doing the actual hymn. I might do that off screen though. It depends how bored I am later. I don't know. But he looks a bit. There's something off about it, but then again, that might just be because I'm looking at a poor representation. I don't know. I'm going to quickly go and think and save, just in case there's any whoopsies. I don't care. OneDrive can go fuck itself. Right. So there's no more whoopsies. But yeah. So that's basically what the picture's going to be. I'm going to do variations of this color in the background, and to basically indicate, mimic the background you can see here. It's just a bunch of that bad. I've got the phone colors almost matched identically to that, kind of. So I know what I'm doing. I know with the blue, that's the highlights for that. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need to know. I need to put down before I actually begin the actual line art. I think we're pretty much sorted. I don't know. What do you guys think? Am I missing something? Does something look a bit screwy? Anyway, that's usually how the and detailing goes before I actually do the actual line art on a piece of artwork. And I've been doing that for all of the Blueberry pictures and all of the pictures that I've done so far using this thing. And I think it's gone pretty good so far. It's not really been, it's not really been that challenging just yet. The real challenge is actually the line work at the end, because I have to figure out exactly how to do each individual line smoothly and figure out the rotation on this thing. I like that you can see the quick keys and stuff when you actually hit the button. For example, if I want to rotate it, it's telling you on screen, and you guys can actually see this now. It's telling you on screen what button I'm pushing on the pad itself to rotate it. And that's nice things. I can't actually show you. I know I'm tiny in the corner right now, but it's, let's see, if I push a button on this, on these are buttons at the top here. I used to think this was just a thing. It used to be a thing for holding the pen, because the pen, it's slightly indented, so the pen just like sits in it. And I can't see the chat again. Damn it. But I'm liking that you can see that you can see it on screen as well as me see it on screen. But yeah, I've got 4 different buttons, and that's just the rotating button. I've got the zoom in button. the scroll down or zoom out button and the zoom in button. And the other one is undo. And yeah, I think it works pretty good. I'm potentially getting a new one next year, maybe even early next year, depending on how stuff goes. One that I can actually draw on the screen. And that's going to be difficult because I'm going to be forever trying to figure out how to use that one instead. So it does have a lot of quick keys, you know, the buttons I just pushed. So yeah. But no, now you've seen my process. And do you get it? Do you get how hard it is to find reference for all of this shit? This is how hard it is, guys. And this is just the reference on just a fan piece of art. You know, what if you have no idea what it's like for this and stuff, for my actual job, my work job, pieces of my concept art I have to do? You have no idea. Oh, what was that? Nice guy is here. He says, check left leg below the knee. Left leg below the knee. What? That's the leg. Are you talking about? Are you talking about this? Where's my mouse? There it is. Are you talking about this? That's a chair leg. That's the back. That's this leg, but on that side. Is that what you're talking about? Or below the knee? I mean, it looks a bit wonky from this perspective, I guess. This leg, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Hey, were you talking about that? That's the chair leg. I know what it looks like now, though. You had me worried then. I was like, what? Oh my god, what did I miss? But no. Come on, I just refreshed you. Right, the internet's clearly not having this computer. So, yeah. Right, I've saved this. I'm going to go back to Facecam. I can see it now. I can see it. I can see the chat now because this computer is just, it's not having it. It's really being stupid right now. So yeah. I have saved that multiple times, haven't I? Yeah, I saved it. So I can exit without worrying about my computer dying. Right. Looks slightly crooked. Oh, the leg, the actual leg itself. Yeah, like I said, I'm okay with it. I'm actually going to be okay with that. It looks slightly crooked, but it's just the perspective that it's at. You know, I might change it when I do the line art, but at the moment, it's not bugging me to the extent where I want to change it on the actual, you know, just the sketchy art side of things. But yeah. No worries, looks good. I can't draw a stick figure to save my ass. Right. Everybody, there's, I know it's the art teacher in me that basically is saying this, but everybody can draw, dude. It's the amount that you can draw, and it just takes practice. But everybody can draw, you know. As I basically did a lot of tutoring in the past, so I've got an itch just below my earlobe. What? I've done a lot of art tutoring in the past, and basically, it's I've taught people who, excuse me, I taught people who had no idea how to do layouts and then do, you know, basically do draw in pencil, just do the sketchy thing, do the analog version of the thing that I just did on here, and then do the line art thing, and badly, and now they are working as a full-time tattoo artist. So you know, they said that they had no idea how to draw, and they wish they could do tattoo designs. And after I taught them for it was a couple of months. I think she only learned with me for like a couple of months, and now she's a full-on tattoo artist in Stratford. So yeah, like I said, I believe that everybody can draw. It's just that you have to, it just takes a lot of practice, and basically you have to be told sometimes exactly what you need practice in. And it helps if you have somebody like me who basically I can't lie. I can't lie. When I see a crappy piece of artwork, I will say that it's a crappy piece of artwork, but I do it nicely. At least I do basically say to you, you know, like I will say something nice, and then I'll say something that, you know, it's like, your form is great, you know, your proportions are excellent, but the detailing is a little bit off, you know. I'll say something like that. So if you do the stick figure, then I'll say something like that. You know, like the detailing is a bit off. You know, maybe if you did like you know, thicker limbs, thicker limbs, make them actually limbs. You know, then it would be like, yeah. It's called brutal encouragement. You know, and when I think, every time somebody says that to me, yeah, when I first heard the word brutal encouragement, the words brutal encouragement, then all I could imagine was basically somebody like a drill instructor, like yelling at an army recruit as they went through a course, basically being like, "You're doing so well, you know, keep it up." You know, just yelling right at their face as they're doing push-ups. It's like, you better start doing worse, or I'm going to punish you. Just yelling at them. But no, that's not what it is. It's like it's it's basically just brutal honesty, but you have to like find the good parts and the bad parts. And I got a nasty habit of basically pointing out both of those. And that's not always the good thing, because a lot of people are literally, when you show them a piece of artwork, they're not looking for you to critique it. They're basically looking for gratification. You know, they're just looking for the good bits. And I can't help but be that one guy that's like, wow, that's, you know, the colors are amazing. You know, use of light here is great. But why is that cave on fire? You know, it's like, the cave looks like a piece of shit. What did you spill on it? I understand. You know, I can't help but point out stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, face cam much better. Okay, nice guy. Have we talked before? I recognize the username, but I don't recognize, like, I can't remember exactly what we talked about. But I feel like you've been on before at least. I get it. Perspective, no worries. Well, even if it's a bit crappy, like I said, that's just the sketch. While I'm doing the actual line art, I might actually change a few things anyway. God, the rain is actually super loud. Yeah, so I might actually change a few things anyway. So I love watching you draw, Tubbs, because I love watching you do it. Well, thank you. I used to draw real well as a child, but 7th grade art class ruined my drawing skills. I've tried to relearn, but sports and music came to my life. I get it. It's not for everyone. Did I get bitten by something? My entire ear is now itchy. Weird. Weird. I get it. I basically used to do. I used to be the same when I was a kid. I used to have multiple interests, and I used to basically, for example, I used to be really good at music. I was in a band, and I used to like keep moving around the band. You know, like I first I played. First I played bass. Then I played. Lead, and then I played the keyboard, but then I already got onto the drums, and essentially I spent about the same amount of time each of those except for the drums. So yeah. But yeah, I used to have other things that I used to really like. Shop class in the States it's called shop class. I don't know if you're in the UK or not, but in the States it's called shop class, and it's just called graphics and design, because we didn't have woodwork. It used to be called woodworking in the olden days, but nowadays it's called woodwork. And well, no, nowadays it's called arts and design, art and graphics and design. Fuck's sake. Where you basically design stuff, and then you basically you have to make it. You know, you design shit, and then you have to make it using the tools that you're given. And I used to really like that as well. So I basically like a few things, but it would be very split up for exactly what I wanted to do. And I also got a little bit into building computers for a little while as well, but then that got slightly boring, and I found that I essentially couldn't keep up with something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, oh, what's the point, you know, because I didn't have enough money to actually buy the new equipment to upgrade my computer that I've been fairly well upgrading. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I know what you mean. But all through that, I've always been able to draw. You probably pick it up again very easily. So yeah. My drawing talents are in nature and not live people. Well, you can draw anything. If you can draw one thing, you can basically draw anything. Anybody can draw anything anyway, like I said. I'm going to disconnect the pad because I don't need that for a little while anyway anymore. Yeah. I've been actually thinking about, well, I was thinking before I lost my job and my funding, that I was going to reopen the whole doing online tutoring, but on my other YouTube channel, because I've got a channel called Meadow Critters that is going to be renamed. But I was thinking about basically doing art tutorial there, essentially, you know, but I don't know how to start that, you know, because I'm not huge. You know, you guys are very kind and you say I'm very talented and everything, but I know it's just my low opinion of my own work. partially, but I don't see what I do to be that great. You know, I'm a freelance illustrator, and I don't have people knocking down my door to basically, you know, like, please draw my thing kind of life. I don't have that. You know. This lobe is actually really swollen. I can feel that. Yeah, I can kind of see it's red on the camera as well. What is going on with my eel? Yeah. So yeah, I've been thinking about doing that, but essentially that's not going to happen unless I get my funding back, and it doesn't look like that's going to happen ever. So yeah, once I'm out of the depression, like once it goes away a bit more, I think I might actually jump on it. Got to have a hobby somewhere, I guess. And this has been very helpful. So yeah, the StreamYard stuff has been super helpful. Anyway, I took art and crafts in 7th grade, maybe 8th grade. Can't recall. In 10th grade. It's okay. I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of my high school stuff at all, like any of the lesson stuff. I just remember. I remember. You know, you only remember the embarrassing stuff. Damn it! I was going to say the good stuff, but no, you remember the embarrassing stuff. 11th took graphic design and architecture drawing. Loved it. I actually wanted to be an architect when I was in high school. That was basically my goal, was to be an architect. And then I found out that I got into college and did a few courses. Spent 2 years in college and found out that architecture is mostly paperwork, and not the good kind of paperwork. It's mostly paperwork, and it's very, very little about design and more about like structural loads and stuff, which is fine. It's fine, but it's just that I would like a better balance between the two, you know. But it seemed to be all about paperwork and all about the legality of stuff as well. Did get a degree though in sustainable engineering, so technically I'm an engineer, but I never use it. I've got this degree, and it's completely useless for anything that I actually want to do. So yeah. Anyway, don't worry, I've seen art in major museums, and 30-year-old couldn't have. I've seen art in major museums that a 3-year-old could have done. No, I know art is super subjective, you know. I get it. I do get that, but now the top of my ear is itching. Is this a problem? Is this a symptom of something? Itchy ear? I know if my ear's bleeding, I should definitely go get, you know, medical help, but itchiness? That's spreading itchiness? And redness? It's not really gotten to the top of my ear. It's just itchy around here now, though. I don't get it. Yeah, I know art is super subjective and everything, but it's just that, like, I'm a okay illustrator, you know. Art-wise, for me, you know, my own opinion of my artwork is I'm an okay illustrator. I do okay, you know. But I'm not super great illustrator. I'm not a shitty illustrator, but I'm an okay illustrator and designer, because I also do tattoo designs for people as well. So yeah. Did a mosquito bite you? I don't think so. There was a bug in here, but I don't think it was a gnat or mosquito. you know. I'm so sorry about that. Great big hugs and many snuggles. What are you sorry about? What happened? Who'd you kill? You know. Yes, art is very subjective. A painting on yellow is not art. You see, I'm very, very charitable when it comes to modern art. You know, I can see anything as being art. You know, if I basically picked up my desk, put it in a room, and basically said that the art, you know, the desk is art, I would basically be okay with. I know it's my assessment because I did it, but I would be okay with calling that art, that I made an art, you know, because it's the way that things make you feel, you know. And if I looked at, if somebody basically did that, I think that's actually been done. I think I just used an example. I think somebody actually did that in Ireland. I think it did. Basically, you know, somebody's trying to get across a feeling. You know, they're trying to invoke a feeling. And by looking at, if I did that with my desk, then and I didn't know it was my desk, then I would definitely get like a feeling, you know, about my desk, about this desk, you know. I could definitely get it's a feeling. It's like it's warm, it's used, it's dirty, but it's warm and used. You know, it's like it's kind of got like it's lived in. You know, it's the whole thing. So, I mean, after all, a building is just a building, but architecture is basically you're trying to invoke feelings with architecture, and architecture is a form of art. Excuse me. Seriously. Yeah, so like I said, I'm very charitable with the whole modern art thing. I can see what people are trying to do by doing the whole modern art thing, and I can tell if somebody's just doing it for the sake of basically, oh, I put a bit of paint on, you know, just slapped it, literally just slapped it on uh, on an apple, and basically put it on the middle of a pedestal in a white room, just because I wanted to make money. I could tell if somebody's trying to do that. You know, it's very undeliberate. It's very indeliberate. So yeah. I'm very, very charitable when it comes to that stuff, but I can smell when it's not on purpose, you know. The sponsor not following through, that really is wrong, dude. I'm not going into it. I'm not. The fact that they're just ghosting me now is just kind of like, yeah. Modern art is crap. I've seen some couch in my aunt's house and Chicago's Museum of Art. The same couch, right? Couch. Dyslexia. Again, I can be very charitable to this stuff. I get it. I'm sorry. I get it though. I do get what they're trying to do. I think it is because I've been, what is it called when you don't really? I've read up on art, but I've been doing it for years. I've studied art, so yeah. I get when people are trying to do something and trying to make a statement with modern art. I get it. So, you know, like it's just the same thing about the desk that it's the same thing with the desk that I just said. You know, like I could see how a couch is basically is modern art. It's like it's trying to convey a feeling. It's trying to give you a feeling. Your feeling of it's rubbish is just as valid as an expression as somebody who looks into it and sees it as you know, it's a it's about symbolism. You know, it's a sofa is, you did say couch, right? Yeah. You know, a sofa is basically, you know, it symbolizes comfort and at restness, you know, like it, but not necessarily. So see what I mean? I could go on. I could totally do that. Anyway, I don't know if I'm hungry or not. It's my dinner time, technically. I had breakfast at like, when did I have breakfast? 6 or 7 p.m. I had lunch at like midnight-ish, and I had so yeah. This is my dinner time, but I don't know if I'm hungry or not because I've been super gassy ever since I had that fish. I don't know. I know. I guess I have higher standard than some. Wow. Whoa. 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 You know. Did you just diss me? So, I don't know why, but I felt that hit me. You know. That almost hurts. So I've never been like, you know, low-key dissed. Like, by the way, I've not used the word dissed since high school. Like, wow. It's I guess I have a higher standard than some. You see, that's being a little bit oh god, what is the word? It's not pretentious. It might be pretentious. You know, it's like it depends what you consider to be, you know, a level of standards. You know. I don't know. I get it. I've been awed by sunrises and sunsets. Well, that's what I mean. Some people have actually got that feeling out of other things, and modern art has actually made that happen for some people. You know, you can't say that you've got a better standard than other people, but basically because you don't really know what their experience is. Like I said, it's subjective. It's but in very weird ways that we can't really figure out. Art is just strange. It's allowed to be strange. Let it be strange. I just wouldn't judge, you know. By the way, I don't hate you or anything because you said that. I don't know, you didn't mean it in a mean way. It's just that, like I said, that almost hurts. Like I felt that. Anyway, do you have your Pepsi Max there? I've got some left. I might need a new bottle soon. But yeah, I am gonna have to go out into the storm and basically go get myself some food because I do fancy a burger now, at least. You know. No, I did not diss you. No, it's okay, dude. Arrogant. Yes, thank you, Jesus. I know I keep saying it, but yeah, dyslexia. I keep getting large words, but none of them fit the thing I want them to say, and I'm looking for a specific large word, you know. And arrogant isn't even that big, but you know what I mean. Hi, Panafox, by the way. I know you said hi, but yeah. I also noticed that you said hi the second I said that I've been feeling a bit gassy, but I said that, you know. you've missed all of the other gassy bits of this stream. So yeah, you can watch it back. Anyway, Van Gogh, Monet, Mozart, Bach. I don't know if you just like, if you're just listing off like things. It's like, see, I know art and music. I don't know why they're separate. Art, you know, music is just noisy art. Anyway, my apologies. I'm somewhat arrogant at times. I love walking through the Louvre and many other places. Oh, dude, you know, I'm not trying to pile on you or anything, but you are sounding like you are actually sounding pretentious. I vote for the Louvre. I know what I'm talking about. I know that's not what you meant. I know. I'm just messing with you. Honestly, I'm not trying to be a shit. I swear to God. You know. Do you know what though? Mozart and Metallica. Imagine if they basically wrote together. I know that sounds weird, but you know, I love that shit. I love it when classical music gets mixed in with rock. Like, I seriously do. There's an artist on YouTube called Lindsay Sterling, and she plays the violin just amazingly. She's also an incredibly talented dancer as well, which is just weird. She's got too much talent. She needs to stop. She needs to stop that. She's hoarding the talent. But yeah, she does a lot of renditions of kind of like a lot of modern music, but with the violin, you know, and the way that she incorporates it in some of the tracks that she does and with some other artists and stuff are amazing. So yeah. But yeah, sorry, I know I've been going for the past half an hour now, but still. Get me cracking up in bed after a long day. Yeah, I'm sorry again. I'm sorry if I basically have been calling you names, but it's just that, like I said, I don't mean anything by it. It's just that the way that it can be misread when you say stuff like that is like that when you say stuff like you said, it's very, very much, you know, I'm not pretentious, but when I walk through the Louvre, I know. I would die. Yes, what classic sounds great. Classic music was almost designed as a pre-metal. Yes. We have the same. I think we have the same-ish. Again, words bad. We have the same musical palette, I think. That's what I'm trying to think of / say. What? No. Anyway, I'm off. I'm going to go get my burger. I'm going to go get a burger and maybe some chocolate. I fancy some chocolate. Oh, can't forget the tablet pencil. But yeah, I will be back at some stage in the near future to either finish this piece off or do something new. But do realize that if I'm not back before Saturday, then I have left because I'm leaving for my mother-in-law's for Christmas on Saturday. So yeah. Anyway, guys. Belly rubs. Oh, and stretch and belly salute. I'll see you guys sometime before then. By the way, if I'm not back before Saturday, then I am going to try to find a way to live stream Although it might be on inflatable tubs because I don't really have. Yeah, I don't think there's another way of doing it. We'll find out. Anyway, guys, I'm going to click the goodbye button, but I will see you whenever I see you. Have a good Christmas if I don't actually make it to a live stream before the end of Christmas. So.